Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kelsey, if you didn't already know. Today I'm going to be posting a video about the washing of a bunch of different yarns I got in my last haul. So what I did was I swatched up a bunch of swatches, which isn't really a strong skill of mine, so some of them are a little wonky, but I took a bunch of pictures and measured them for you guys, and then did before, after just washing on cold and letting air dry, and then after washing again on cold and drying on low heat in the dryer. Now the low heat in the dryer, it was only about 20 minutes that I dried them because it was tiny little swatches and they were dry already. So if they were in for like a 45-minute long dry cycle, it might turn out a little differently, but this might give you a little bit of an idea of how the yarns react to the washer and dryer. I was actually surprised. A lot of the yarns that I washed didn't react the way I thought they would. I thought for sure that they would have more shrinkage than I observed, especially with some of the wool in the washing machine. But like I said, I did wash them on delicate cold, and I put them in lingerie bags. So if you are washing your handmade pieces with these yarns, I would put them in lingerie bags. They sell really big ones too for bigger, more delicate objects like fragile sweaters or beaded clothing. The ones I used were just small little bags because small little swatches. So what's gonna follow, it's gonna be the name of the yarn, the number you can find it on Ice Yarns with, and then what it's made of, and then you'll have a before, after with just air dry, and then after with tumble dry picture. My square that I used to measure is actually my husband's, because the one I have that I use to measure things is really small and so it wasn't practical to use, so it's really hard to see the numbers on the square. So what I did was I put a blue dot, or turquoise, but I put a dot where every inch mark was. So if you just follow the dots, you'll see the changes in sizes. So here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my content. I love seeing comments. I'm especially curious to see comments about this video because I think people are always curious about how the yarns will knit up or crochet up. I crocheted the swatches, but also how they will react after being washed. So let me know what you guys think, and I hope you enjoyed the many pictures of yarn that are to follow. So Summer Gold was a cotton yarn that I enjoyed working with. It was really easy on my fingers, but it did shrink up, as you will see. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because it does have a lot of cotton, but overall I really enjoyed it. You can't really see the shine in these swatches, but it does look quite beautiful in the sunshine. So this one is Rosetto worsted, and it definitely was quite soft. I expected this one to have a lot more shrinkage with the drying, but you know, after I guess that first wash did all the shrinking, because in the dryer it didn't really shrink up all that much at all. Okay, this alpaca one I actually had a lot of fun with. I couldn't see what the heck I was crocheting through all those little bobbles, but it is so soft, and as I was working it up, it just made me so excited to make something out of it because I think it looks so crazy fun. It did shrink though, so I expected that, and this will be one that I will definitely be hand washing. So this metallic yarn wasn't anything super special to work with. It is quite soft and it didn't shrink as much as I thought it would. So I think it will make quite a cute jumper. I wish the gold was a little more noticeable considering it is the chain that the yarn is made up of. But overall I do like it, and I can't wait to think of something to use it on. So this Picasso wool was quite nice to work with. It did shrink a little bit, but like I was saying, the wool yarns didn't shrink nearly as much as I thought they would, and the majority of them shrunk on the first machine wash, not on the tumble dry. So this one was much bulkier than I expected, and I probably would size up a hook just to work with it. So this Baby Summer DK was a nice yarn. I wouldn't say it was any kind of spectacular cotton yarn. It was very similar to a lot of other ones I've used. But I do really love the color, and I do think that it looks quite cute even after being washed. I'm excited to make a little dress or something out of it. But yeah, definitely not going to be washing this on hot. So this was one that I really expected to kind of get ruined by the wash. It did react to the dryer more than the washing. But other than that, it didn't really shrink up as much as I thought. Over a big project, it probably would be noticeable, but I like it a lot. I wish I could just remember what I wanted to make with it. I'm sure it was a sweater, but it was an enjoyable yarn. Like with the favorite wool, I expected a lot of shrinkage with this one. It was one of my first swatches, so I got a little excited and made it quite a bit bigger than the rest of them. But it didn't shrink as much as I thought, and I did enjoy working with it. I was a little disappointed. I expected it to be a little more colorful, but it's a tiny swatch. So this cotton pastel yarn I did not enjoy working with at all. It had the texture of like when you squeeze a cotton ball or cellophane or something, that horrible squeaking kind of sound. Every time I put my hook through, I got that sensation. So it was really quite difficult for me to get through even this tiny little swatch. So I'm not sure when I'll ever get to use it. I really loved this bamboo yarn. It took a little bit of getting used to crochet with it because it's quite slippery and quite floppy. You really got to hold on to the piece you're working on because um, it does not help you out. But it is so soft, and I really think it would make a lot of cute, adorable baby stuff, especially for my son. So this was one of my favorites. I thought it might be a little difficult to work with because it's so chunky, but it worked up pretty easily and smoothly. It didn't get caught on anything. It shrunk a little bit, but not so much that it would put me off using it. I gave all these swatches to my son after I finished taking the pictures, and this is one of his favorites. He does walk around rubbing it on his face. So I would say that's a good vote of confidence. So this yarn was kind of a nightmare to work on. I was having to cut it apart as I was pulling it out of the ball to try and crochet it because it just kept getting tangled on itself. The little black fuzz was creating these dreadlocks that I could not rip through. As far as it washing up, it washed up about as I expected it to, but I did not like using it at all. This rockabilly yarn was crazy. I loved it so much. It is so slippery, but so plush. It's slippery like the bamboo where it's flopping all over the place and you gotta get a good hold on it. But it is so cushy and soft, kind of like the chenille or like, I don't even know, like something furry and fuzzy. It did fuzz up a bit in the wash, but I just love it so much. I can't wait to figure out something to use it on. All right, so those are the yarns. Let me know below if you want me to make another video like this with any other yarns that you might have seen me talk about. I definitely will try and make videos like these for other hauls that I have when they do come up. I have to get through quite a few works in progress though before I can start buying yarn again. So yeah, comment below. Like this video if you liked it or thought it was informative in any way, and subscribe if you want to see more content. I will see you guys later, and thank you for watching.